accidentally paused the video there for so this is going to be the part 2 of the video here because I don't want to re-record. So just to keep enjoying my dog having a good time here. So notice he's just all kinds of fun here. So yeah, we're talking about Drake with Canine Vanquish Soul. So they're either going to ban Holly Sue, in which case the deck is very fair, or they're going to put everything back to 1, and there you go. Either way, the deck is still usable, but still fair, right? I doubt they'll leave the deck untouched. They'll do something to it, but probably just a little something, right? Okay, so there's that. What else do we want to discuss? Let's discuss Radiant Typhoon. In Radiant Typhoon, there's only 2 cards that are any bit unfair at all. The first is Vanquish. I mean, sorry, Vanquish, not Vanquish. What do you call it? Visions. Visions, right? I feel like they can put Visions to 2 or something like that, you know? But then again, Allure of Darkness is still a 3, and it's basically the same card, right? So if Allure of Darkness can be a 3 this whole dang time, even in Malice format, then I feel like we can have Visions at 3, and that's still fine. So we could leave Visions alone. The only other thing in Radiant Typhoon that's not fair is the trap card. We all know that. The problem with it, the trap card itself is good, but what really makes it overpowered is that you can keep getting it back via the Link monster. And it's just a bit too easy to get back, and therefore a bit too powerful. So I feel like we should ban the trap card and the rest of the deck left alone permanently. I don't think anything else in that deck is unfair. Let's look at Yummy next. Yummy is the quintessential example of an engine that's way too broken for its own good, right? It's just like Malice, where it's just way too broken, right? So what we need to do is simply ban the bridges, right? There's only 2 things in Yu-Gi-Oh that are really actually unhealthy for the game. The first is floodgates, and the second is bridges, right? If Konami fixes the floodgate situations and fixes the bridges situation, the game is permanently fair, right? So therefore, I would say we need to just get rid of the bridges. So for example, we need to get rid of Hornet Drones, because Sky Striker doesn't need it at all. So it's absolutely fine to get rid of it. And then the other thing that we need to do, I would say, is get rid of Gravity Controller. And if we really want, we can also ban Zombie Vampire. But Gravity Controller will probably do the trick, right? And maybe even ban Yugioh, but even that too, it's probably fine, right? There's other bridges in the game that are currently not overpowered, but probably will be at some point in time. And when they do become overpowered, they do need to get hit. So when those things happen, we'll get to that. But for now, it's just those are the only bridges that are unhealthy. So those are the ones that need to be addressed, right? And then speaking of Malice, we're talking about Malice a moment ago, so let's talk about it again. There's basically nothing that we can do about Malice. No matter what hits you make, people will still find a way to make it too broken for its own good. You know, like it's permanently a fixture in the game until people move on, you know? Like, there's nothing that can be done. No matter what hits you make, I don't care what links you ban, I don't care what you put to 1. No, it won't become a cyber stack with Malice in it. No, that's not how it is. That's how everybody thought was going to happen when Binder got banned, and wouldn't you know it, that's not what happened at all. And that's exactly what's going to happen no matter what they ban. Malice is here to stay. I'm sorry, guys. That's just how it is. Malice is here to stay. They'll find a way. So, yeah, leave Malice alone. We hit it as much as we could, and it still didn't do enough. It is what it is, you know. I wish it wasn't there. I'd tell you that. I wish not, you know. What else do we need to do? Fiendsmith. Fiendsmith is absolutely fair. There's absolutely nothing in Fiendsmith that needs to get banned. I would like to see Caesar get banned, but that's not realistic. Everything else in Fiendsmith is very fair because it takes up like a good 8 spots in your main deck and several other spots in your extra deck. All of that just to produce 1 interruption at a time. So you know what? That's fair. I'm gonna let that be. Nothing wrong with that. And then the last thing that needs to be done. There's 3 more things that need to be addressed. First, we need to put Droll either to 1 or banned. Give it the shifter treatment is fine. And then we also need to put Dimensional Fissure to 1 or banned as well. Right? Those 2 things definitely need to get hit. And then the last thing that needs to get banned, I would say we need to ban Rose Whip. It's a preemptive hit. Get rid of the floodgate before it's a problem. Makes sense, right? And then now the question becomes, if the ban list looks something like that or anything like what we have right now, what is going to be the meta relevant decks? The number one deck in the room will probably still be Draco Tail, assuming that the hits aren't too strong, right? But I think Draco Tail is probably still going to be number one. Number two, in the short term, is probably going to be Killer Tunes. But in the long term, it's probably going to go back to being some sort of either Malice deck or Yummy deck. Those are going to be the top two there. And then, of course, we're also thinking about Mitsurugi with the new Dominus cards coming out. And that's why Malice is also going to be good, because it also can use the Dominus cards. So those are going to be really good. Sky Striker is going to be a really good deck for you to choose from. Canine Vapor Soul will still be there, but it will be kind of outclassed at this point because it can't use any of the Dominus cards. And then all the new stuff is not as good as you would hope, right? Doesn't matter if you're looking at Doomsday, doesn't matter if you're looking at Elf Notes, no matter which one you're looking at, they're all just not quite good enough. They're good, but not quite good enough. So you'll probably see them here and there, but they're probably not going to make a really big meta impact. They're probably going to be as meta relevant as any other tier 2 or tier 3 strategy, you know. As far as what's going to be the best rogue decks to play, Malice is the number one rogue deck. It's such a good rogue deck that it might even become one of the top 2 decks, right? The second best rogue deck is going to be Sky Strikers, and those 2 decks are basically obvious, you know, like and then everything else just follows far behind, right? Yeah. Yummy Fiendsmith is probably going to be meta relevant, maybe take up about 5% of the meta, something like that. And that's basically what we're looking at here. So right now it's about to become, I would say, a hand trap format, because most of the decks that are going to be relevant are more weak to hand traps than they are to board breakers. So I would recommend putting your main deck to have enough hand traps in there, and then your side deck have the board breakers. You're looking at something like, I would say you should aim for around 15, maximum 20 non-engine. And I think that we're in a format where you need to main Fualos, 3 copies of it, main 3 Ash, main 3 Imperm, main 2 Droll, main 2 Nib, and main 2 to 3 Perulia. And then whatever other room you've got left at that point. Look at this boy. He's just having so much fun. He's just such a cute boy, isn't he? Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. I just wanted to have you guys to have some fun watching the dog here, enjoying the day. I hope you all are having a good one. Remember, the point of Yu-Gi-Oh is to have fun. The point of Yu-Gi-Oh is to enjoy your life. You know, the point of Yu-Gi-Oh is to be happy. You know, whatever deck you choose, make sure it's a happy deck. Something that makes you feel good about life, you know? Like, if you're not feeling good about life, you shouldn't be playing the game. I hope you all have a good one. If you appreciated a video like this, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions or any suggestions or anything like that, anything you want to hear from me, let me know. I respond to every message I get. So yeah, let me know if you have anything you want to say. Love you all. You all have a good one. Bye-bye.